So if I was lost out here, or really if I was lost anywhere, even in a shopping mall, if I couldn't find my mom or dad, or I was lost at a ball game, or I was lost in the woods on a hunting trip, what do I do? Well, an easy thing to remember if you're ever in this situation is a stop sign. And each letter in the word stop tells you something that you should do. So the S in stop stands for stop. Don't run around, don't try to find things, just take a moment and do what I did. Find a rock and have a seat. Stop. Because people who are looking for you, they can't find you as readily well if you're running all over the place. So now I've stopped, I'm going to go to the next thing. T, think. I'm going to think about, all right, what do I need in this situation? If I'm going to be here a while, is it cold, is it warm? Do I have food and water? What do I have? What are the things that I need if I was to have to be here overnight even, which would be a terrible situation, but I'd need to be prepared for that. So I think about the things that I need to survive. Then O, I observe. All right, what do I have that could help me here? I got a lot of water left in there. I've got a couple of energy bars here. So on water and food, I'm not in too bad a shape. And then I'm thinking about, okay, well, what's the weather like? Well, right now it's warm, it's the morning, I got a little bit of time, but I know last night it was cold, I'm out here in the woods. So I'm gonna start thinking about and looking around, say, okay, what if I need to spend the night, how am I gonna stay warm? What kind of shelter am I gonna have? So I need to observe what I can use around me that might help me make a shelter. Then I make a plan. All right, what am I gonna do? Well, I got plenty of daylight and I've looked around, I've seen some pine needles and branches and things. I see kind of a crack in a rock over there. So I might plan to make a shelter in that area over there. It'll keep me out of the wind. It might keep me a little bit warmer if I'm there. That'll also keep me busy and keep my mind off of the fact that I'm lost right now, as hopefully people are coming to look for me. So I stopped, I thought, I observed, and I made a plan. And now I need to get busy. Well, you can't guarantee you won't get lost, but you can certainly guarantee that you have a higher success rate of that not happening to you. So in that scenario, what I do is I take that same stop sign and I flip it around the other direction. I start at the end with the letter P. Before I go anywhere, I make a plan. I decide where I'm going to go. I decide what I'm going to bring with me. How much food am I going to bring? Am I going to bring enough water? I go through a whole checklist of things that make sure that I'm going to have enough food and water to last me a little while. If I do get lost, I'm going to have the right kind of clothing with me. I'm going to plan all those things out. Then I'm going to let somebody know where I'm going. And I'm going to let them know who I'm going with, when I'm going to come back. Very important details, because then if I do get lost, people will know when to start looking for me. So I make a plan. I really think about all the details of that. Then I go to the O. I'm going to observe. I'm ready to go, right? Well, I look outside and say, okay, is my plan still going to work given the weather today? Is my plan going to work given the way I'm observing how I'm feeling today? So I make those observations. And if I'm good to go on all of those things, I think, based on what I saw, I observed about how I'm feeling, based on what I've observed about the weather and what's going on out there, do I feel good about this still? Is it the right thing for me to do today, or do I need to push my plans back? Then I go to the S. Based on my planning, what I've observed, and what I thought about, how that relates to the plan that I have. If all systems are good, then the S is start. Here I go. And if things aren't feeling good, I don't feel real well, or the weather has changed and it looks like it may be way colder or way hotter than I thought it was going to be, then I stop and I plan to do that on another day. So the stop sign works in both directions. Think about all your resources you have with you if ever you do get lost, and definitely make a plan for what you bring along the way.